On. Hundreds of flights take off from airports around Northwest Ohio every day, but how do we know those planes that take to the skies will make it back to the ground safely? Fox Toledo's Heather Miller looked into what is done at airports in this region to ensure the safety of passengers and crew. She's live on special assignment to show us just who's watching the friendly skies.
Well, you know, like most people, I usually book a flight without thinking twice, but here is some food for thought. According to the National Transportation and Safety Board, more than 1,000 people have died in plane crashes in Ohio over the past 45 years. Dozens of flights head in and out of Toledo Express Airport every day.
We practice safety every day out here. We have a good group of people that deal with that all the time.
A1, cross runway 25, Bravo.
A1, roger.
It's those people in the FAA and the control tower who work to prevent scenes like this from happening at Toledo Express. Back in August, 9 people were killed when a single-engine airplane and sightseeing helicopter collided over the Hudson River near New York City.
In that situation, you're low level, you're low level over a fairly narrow corridor, and it just becomes a little bit more congested.
Tom Trumbull's been piloting planes since he was 16. He's a flight instructor and owns Toledo Suburban Airport, a small private airport just over the state line. He says although there have been 100 mid-air collisions in the past 10 years, crashes like the one in New York are rare. He says that's where proper training and FAA rules come into play.
There's definitely a code among pilots, and it's really a code of safety.
But aircraft flying out of Suburban, like other small airports in the region, have challenges large jets at Toledo Express don't. They have no tower to watch out for them.
It's really just, a small percentage that are towered airports.
These Cessna pilots rely on their eyes. Once they radio to air traffic control their position,
Ground A1's clear, hold short.
A1, roger, you clear the field.
the rule of thumb is see and be seen.
Because we follow a prescribed convention, the other pilots know where to look to see us.
As close as I'm ever going to be to another airplane is hopefully a couple miles. I don't intend to get any closer than that.
John Woody, Suburban Aviation's chief flight instructor, took us up to give us the same view he sees every time he takes off. If conditions are right, you can see for miles.
It's very big, the sky is, and these airplanes are quite small, so it's pretty hard to have to share the same space.
But if clouds are a factor, the rules change. Luckily, high-tech instruments in the cockpit come into play.
If we're on a collision course, there's actually a computer voice that will say traffic to us over the headset.
Of course, it's a different story the closer you get to more congested areas. The tower at Toledo Express will pick up anything that gets near its airspace. It then becomes a carefully choreographed dance to keep air traffic moving out of each other's way. And if they want to land, they need a flight plan.
There are other aircraft that are coming in here, and it's coordinated. It's just like the dance that you talked about. So they do have to have a space. They do have to have a slot as they come in here.
But it's not always that easy. We've seen our share of tragedy. In April 2003, a Grand Air jet crashed into Oak Openings Preserve, killing all 3 people on board just a mile southwest of Toledo Express. The NTSB found icing conditions and the flight instructor's supervision of the flight, basically human error, contributed to that crash. It's a situation all pilots and airports strive to prevent, and why training, safety, and communication are key.
Coordinate that stuff together and everything meshes, and that's why things are as safe as they are.
Now, airplane pilots aren't the only ones who keep their eyes to the sky. Coming up, I'll introduce you to those who pilot Toledo's air ambulances and the unique challenges they face to protect the lives of their patients and their crews. Reporting live on special assignment, Heather Miller, Fox Toledo News, first at 10.